In our video for today, let us solve this mechanics of deformable bodies problem. We have 3 rods, each of area 250 mm squared, which jointly support a 7.5 kN load. Assuming that there was no slack or stress in the rods before the load was applied, find the stress in each rod. Use E equals 200 GPa for steel and E equals 83 GPa for bronze. Now this is our configuration. This whole height is 2.75 meters and this load is 7.5 kilonewtons acting downward. If we want to look at the deformation, once we apply this 7.5 kilonewton load, the bronze rods and the steel rod will elongate or stretch. So this steel rod will move down and individually the bronze rods will elongate parallel to the orientation of the rod. So if we look at the animation, we have this one. Now initially, this is the part of the bronze rod that elongates as well as this one. And the steel rod being originally vertical, the deformation will just also be vertical. So now the final position of the rods, of the 3 rods since they are connected together, will be this point. Now to identify this point from the original bronze rod, this one, the one in lighter color, this will be its deformation. And for this bronze rod, we have this deformation. So we can draw a line perpendicular to this deformation, this line, and do it for the other side. We will find a point of intersection of these 2 lines, which is this point. So since this is the final position of the 7.5 kilonewton load, this block right here, then we can solve this using statics equations and a compatibility equation from the deformations, the relationships of the deformations. Now again, this is a statically indeterminate member. Although this is symmetrical, both of the bronze rods will carry the same force. The problem is the force in the steel rod will be different. So we have 2 unknowns, the force in the bronze rod and the force in the steel rod. So let's go back to our figure. If we zoom in this triangle, we have this figure. So let's say that this is the original position of the bronze rod and this would be the other one. By the way, this is the original position, this point. If you look at our initial figure, this one. So both of the bronze rods will elongate by this amount. And then again, we draw lines perpendicular to these 2 lines. We have these figures. And so connecting this point of intersection to the origin, we have this line. And we can form 2 right triangles. Initially, this was 25 degrees with respect to the vertical. So this angle would be also 25 degrees, as well as the other one. Now let's just group and expand this figure. This right here is the deformation of the bronze rod, and it's equal to this one. So forming our right triangle, we have this figure, and this is the deformation of the bronze rod, while the hypotenuse of this triangle is the actual total deformation. From this initial point, the total vertical deformation is this line. So we can label this as deformation total or delta t. And using the cosine function, we can obtain an expression for the total deformation. So we have cosine of 25 degrees is equal to the adjacent side of the reference angle, which is delta bronze, divided by the total deformation. However, this total deformation, since this is purely vertical, it's numerically equal to the deformation of the steel rod. So instead of delta t, what if we define this as the deformation of the steel rod? Let's also modify this one. So we have the deformation of the steel rod as the hypotenuse of the triangle. So this is the relationship of the deformations. Now next, we will develop our statics equations. For our statics equations, we can just sum up forces along the vertical equal to 0. 7.5 kilonewton is acting downward. So we have minus 7.5. And then we have 3 rods in total, which will carry 3 forces. So if we go back to the original figure, we have, let's say we pass a cutting section here. This will be the force in the bronze rod, which is also equal to this one by symmetry. And this is the force in the steel rod. So our statics equations would be, again, summation of forces along the y direction. We have 2 bronze rods. If we want the vertical component, then we take the cosine of this resultant force. Let's label this as PBR. So we have two forces in the bronze rod. Then we multiply this by the cosine of 25 degrees. Since this vertical line or the y-axis is adjacent to the reference angle. Then plus, this one is the force in the steel rod. So plus PST. And we have 7.5 acting downward. Then we set this to 0. So this is our first equation from statics. Now we have two unknowns. So the second equation would be from the compatibility equation, which is this one. So let's add another page. Let's move this. And our first equation from statics was this one. Now from our basic formulas, stress is equal to force divided by the area. Now rearranging this, if we want to develop a formula for the force in terms of the stress and the area, then the force would be equal to stress multiplied by the area of the cross-section. So for our statics equations, we have summation of forces along y equal to 0. We have 2 PBR multiplied by cosine 25, then plus the force in the steel rod minus 7.5. We set this to 0. Now by default, MathCAD is in radians. For the angle, it's in radians. So we convert radians into degrees, where pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So we just add it here. Now transforming this in terms of the stress, then we can define the force in the bronze rod as simply the stress in the bronze rod multiplied by the area of the bronze rod. And for the force in the steel member, we can define this as the stress in the steel member multiplied by the area of the steel member. Now why are we transforming the forces into this one? What's asked in the problem is the stress in each rod. So if we want to obtain the stress by solving the equation simultaneously, then we can redefine P so that we can automatically get the value of the stresses. Now for our compatibility equation from the relationship of the deformations, we have cosine of 25 degrees is equal to the deformation of the bronze rod divided by the deformation of the steel rod. Now from our derived formulas from stress and strain, we know that the deformation is equal to the force multiplied by the length of the member divided by the area multiplied by the modulus of elasticity. Now since P over A is simply the stress, then delta is equal to stress multiplied by the length divided by the modulus of elasticity. So we can define the deformation of the bronze rod in terms of this, as well as the deformation of the steel rod. So here we have delta BR will be the stress in the bronze rod multiplied by the length of the bronze rod all over the modulus of elasticity. Now we do the same for the steel rod. We have the following expressions. So next, we will solve the initial length of the bronze rod. The steel rod, being purely vertical, is just equal to this height. However, since the bronze rod is inclined, we need to solve the hypotenuse of this triangle. So this is 2.75. This one is 25 degrees. And this would be the length of the bronze rod. So to solve the length of the bronze rod, we can use the cosine function since we have the adjacent side. Cosine of 25 degrees is equal to 2.75. This is the adjacent side to the reference angle. So we have 2.75 divided by the length of the bronze rod. So we can now solve the length of the bronze rod, which is 3.034. Now we can store this value. We type in length of the bronze rod and press colon. So this value is already stored in this variable. Let me just move this one. This would be the value. So next, we already have these two equations. We can express one in terms of the other. Now we can modify this equation. We can multiply this to the left side of the equation. So we have this expression multiplied by cosine of 25 degrees. Then this would be equal to this expression right here. Now modifying this further, we can move this to the other side of the equation. So we have this expression Then we can subtract this one and set this equation to 0. Now all of these are given. This is the length of the bronze rod, and the length of the steel rod is equal to 2.75 meters. And for the moduli of elasticity, for bronze, we have 83 gigapascals, and for steel, we have 200 gigapascals. Now, since this unit is in gigapascals and the length is in meters, we need to convert the lengths into millimeters. We multiply by 1000, and for the modulus of elasticity, we also multiply by 1000. Now notice that these terms will just cancel, so we can just remove this one. I'm just explaining why we aren't converting these values. So to solve the equations simultaneously, we can actually plug in the values. The three rods have areas equal to 250 millimeters squared. So A is equal to 250. So since all of the areas are the same, we can just define this as A as well as the other ones. Now this is already in millimeters squared, so we don't have to convert this one. However, since our load is in kilonewtons, this one, and the unit MPa is equal to Newton per millimeter squared, we have to convert 7.5 into Newton. So to create a solve block, just press Ctrl plus 7, and we have here our guess values. First, we have the stress in the bronze rod. We set it to 0, and the stress in the steel rod, we set this to 0 also. These are our guess values. So here we have our first equation. Again, don't forget to convert 7.5 into Newton. So multiply by 1000. Then this would be our second equation. Our unknowns are the stresses in both of these rods. So just input find, and then we have the stress in the steel rod as well as the stress in the bronze rod. Then press equals. We have the following values. So the stress in the steel rod is equal to 18.543 megapascals, and the stress in the bronze rod is equal to 6.321. So these are our final answers. So let's just paste our block right here. So this would be our final answer.